Mhm. So, welcome everyone to our Midweek Exhale. My name is Sharyn with Y, and I am one half of the Exhale Awakening. And Marie, who is there on my screen, is the other half of the Exhale Awakening. And we're going to lead you today in a midweek pause, a little bit of time for you to take some time out for yourself, rest a little. We're working with rest in our community this week. So we always do rest in or restful in this session, but we really, really are resting this week. We really are resting. So we normally have four breath works, interspersed with silence and bird song. Now, silence and bird song are super good for calming down your nervous system. And there's new science backing up the fact that the bird song, that the silence, let me get it the right way around, helps us to build new neural pathways, which I find very exciting. Um, we're not going to have four breaths. That's what we usually do. We're not going to have four breaths this week. So because rest is our focus for this week, we're going to start with some coherence breathing, which I will lead you into in just a moment. And then we'll have silence and birdsong. And after that silence, we're going to invite you to rest and breathe with your natural rhythm. Now, coming off coherence, you will have naturally slowed down a little bit. So, all I would say is if you start to feel yourself speeding up, just remember that we're here to rest, and stay in that restful state. And then we'll have some silence and birdsong, and we'll repeat it again, but with different music. Another time for you to rest. Before we go into some more silence and birdsong, and then we will finish with breath awareness. So just being aware of how you feel having rested for this midweek pause. So there are no contraindications or no reasons why you can't do this. In fact, I would say there are probably reasons why you really should. So maybe listen to the recording when it goes up into the community and do it multiple times. So there's nothing for me to kind of caution you about. The only rule we have as a team is to take care of your comfort. So make sure that you're adequately supported. You can do this breath work seated or lying down, but make sure that you're adequately supported, that your neck's supported, maybe your back, the back of your legs. And yeah, be really, really comfortable. And if you feel like you need to move and you feel like you need to adjust your posture as you go through the breath work, then please do. We never, and certainly not this week, but we never suggest that you go into endurance and push through any kind of pain. We're not looking for you to be in a meditation pose where you don't move. Be really, really comfortable and take care of yourself. So, with all of that said, I suggest you get comfortable, either seated or lying down, and we will begin. And I'm not going to say, I normally say it just before this, that it's breath work. So there might be a bit of work today. There's absolutely no work in what we're doing today. No work at all. This is a completely restful practice today. So let's get going. So we're going to start with coherence breathing. And coherence breathing, as I'm sure you'll remember, is a balanced breath where the inhale and the exhale are the same length. And you can choose the length, and you can adapt and adjust the length as you go through the breath. So in a moment, I'm going to guide you in a count of 4. And if you wanted to, you can touch each of your fingers to your thumb as I count and make this a body practice, an embodiment practice as well. But if you don't feel like the count of 4 is working for you and you want to breathe for longer breaths or you want to breathe for shorter breaths, and you go right ahead and pick the rhythm that best suits you. But all I will say is just to try and be aware of balancing that breath. You'll probably find your body will do it for you as you settle in, because it's our natural way to breathe in a balanced way. So let's get ready to count in. And we're going to go 3, 2, 1, and inhale, 2, 3, 4, exhale, 2, 3, 4, inhale, 2, 3, 4, and exhale, 2, 3, 4, inhale, 2, 3, 4, and exhale, 2, 3, 4. You follow your own pattern and rhythm now, breathing through your nose if that's comfortable for you, and keeping the breath rhythmic and smooth. So don't push to your edges, nice and gentle. Maybe place your hand on your belly if you feel like you're becoming shallow in your breathing. And just watch your diaphragm move up and down as your hand moves in and out, away from your belly. Keeping the breath nice and deep. And if you find the day that you've just had or the days ahead are coming into the breath with you, just gently put them to one side. You can pick them up again at the end of the breath work, if you want to, of course. And just keep coming back to that natural harmonic rhythm. We have 90 more seconds before we move into our first silence. So if your breath has drifted, just bringing it back and counting once again. And maybe you might extend the count a little to 5. Letting your breath return now to its natural rhythm. As we softly move into the silence.
And as the birdsong begins, reflecting on that first time of silence and what it felt like for you. Maybe it's the first time you've had any space for silence today, or maybe it's not. And in this next segment, I'm going to invite you to rest. I'm going to invite you to just let your breath be whatever it is. And you don't even necessarily need to keep your focus on it if that feels too much right now. And before we start, just feeling into your comfort again. And noticing your body as you sit or lie. And maybe could you be a little more comfortable if you slightly adjust it? And again, if things are crowding into your mind, whether it's the day you've had, the days to come, to-do lists or anything else, gently letting them fall away just for now. And just being here in this moment and breathing. And that's all you have to do for the next while is breathe. And if you find that your breath is drifting into a pattern, that's okay too. There's no rules in this section. Just rest. And if your mind is busy, or if there are thoughts or emotions coming and going, just let them. Without judging, without any need to change them or analyze them, just let them pass through. Maybe as you rest, you notice a softness coming into your body. Maybe allowing that softness to spread to all parts of your body as you just breathe. We're in the darkest part of the year and your body naturally wants to rest. So just allow that rest. Maybe you feel your body softening even more as the rest deepens. Sometimes all we need is the permission to rest, and you've got that here. And as the music fades, bring in the softness and the rest into the silence.
And as the birdsong brings the silence to a gentle close, just reflecting on how that felt. Notice your response, not only to the silence, but also to the encouragement to rest. Perhaps it feels like a welcome invite. And perhaps you're sighing with relief. But equally, perhaps you're struggling somewhat just to rest. And you're maybe feeling like you wish to do something. And there's no right or wrong in what you are actually feeling. The invitation is simply to notice and to be aware. So apart from just checking in that your breath is still deep, just stay with your natural rhythm. And enjoy the rest in the next track that we have for you. And if there is a space for just a little bit more relaxation, a little bit more calm, and see if you can get into that place. Just surrendering a little bit more to the deep rest. There's nothing for you to do except just to settle into the nothing. We have one more minute before once again we sink into the silence. Maybe taking a moment just to notice how you are, how you're feeling, how you're thinking.
And as the birdsong begins again, taking a few moments to reflect on that silence, but also on that time of rest. And maybe how it was different or exactly the same as the first time of rest. And even taking a moment to reflect on the difference between the rest and silence and the rest and sound. And knowing as you reflect that whatever you notice is absolutely perfect. There's no right answer. And for our last segment in this session, I'm going to invite you to breath awareness. So I'm going to invite you to connect with your breath in this segment, and again, just to notice it. And before we begin, just checking in again with your own comfort. Making sure you don't need to adjust slightly, just to make sure that you are comfortable. And then just beginning to notice your inhale and your exhale. Maybe noticing where you feel the breath in your body. Maybe noticing where the breath is entering and leaving your body. And again, just noticing, not judging, just notice. Keeping as much of your attention as you can on your breath now. And still allowing your breath to be whatever way it is, but now putting your focus there. Really following your inhale and your exhale. And not feeling the need to change your breath, but also knowing that just by giving it focus, it might change. We have about 90 seconds left, so if your focus has drifted, gently bringing it back to your breath. And maybe seeing, can you put a little bit more focus on your breath for the last minute? And as the music fades away, just allowing your focus to soften as we rest in the silence again.
And as the bird song brings the silence to a close for the last time in this session, just taking a moment, deepening your breath just a little, and perhaps allowing a gentle sigh. And this final bird song does let us know that it's time to come back into the room that you're in, first of all, and ultimately into the Zoom room. But we'll start by just coming back into your body. So maybe making a few gentle movements. Maybe bringing in a stretch. Maybe bringing in some soft touch to your hands. Perhaps even to your face. And just blinking open your eyes and taking a look around your room. And there's no rush, but considering and preparing to bring yourself back into the Zoom room.
And as you come back, I'm going to draw your attention to the links if you're watching the recording, they will be somewhere around for you people in the room. They're in the chat. This recording will go up on our community, which you can join free. It will also go up on YouTube. So you can get it either place. There are ads on YouTube, but our YouTube channel link is there as well. And I don't know about anybody else, but I know coming up to Christmas, rest, yeah, is something that I certainly would appreciate. The next link in the chat is for our Ticket Tailor page. All our coming up events are on that page. So you can, if you go on that page, all the free events and also the paid events, they're all there. So if you did want to have a look at what's coming up, that first link, the buy tickets at, has the free events and the paid events. We have our online retreat on Sunday evening for the winter solstice. It's at 7 p.m. The tickets for that event are free. There will be a donation link for anybody who wants to support what we do in the session, but really your presence is the gift that we need. Our next Anchoring the Exhale then is on Sunday, the 28th of December at 7 p.m. That's our 2-hour breathwork session. And then our 3-hour breath workshop, our next one of those, is on the 11th of January, and we're breathing with the birch in that. Next week is Christmas Eve, but we will be here. If anybody wants a break from the celebrations, we will be here at 7:30 next Wednesday. We will also be here at 7:30 on New Year's Eve for anybody who wants just to take time out. We are in breathing space tomorrow evening. We're holding a breath, story and bird song session at 8:30. And it's a free session. So the link for that, the Zoom link for that, is in the chat as well if you want to join it. And the final link is our directory listing. And yeah, we do like a review. So with that, I'm going to put off the recording